Despite loud gripes from the right, Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show didn't just survive the backlash, it shattered records. The Puerto Rican superstar, tapped by the NFL and Jay-Z's Roc Nation to headline the Apple Music Super Bowl LX halftime show, walked into one of the most politically charged Super Bowls in recent memory. And by the end of the night, history had been made. But not everyone was celebrating. As the numbers came in, the data told a clear story. Super Bowl LX reportedly became the most watched broadcast in NBC history. As per reports, the Apple Music halftime show averaged 128.2 million viewers between 8:15 and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States alone. Even more staggering, the show generated over 4 billion social media views within the first 24 hours, a 137% increase over prior years per reports. Meanwhile, Turning Point USA's YouTube alternative reportedly peaked at roughly 5 million concurrent viewers, a fraction of the main event. Telemundo, which also aired the game and halftime show, pulled in strong Spanish-language ratings, adding to the total reach. NBC Sports president Rick Cordella described it as a blockbuster audience, noting the historic scale across NBC, Peacock, and Telemundo platforms. Further global streaming numbers are still being tallied, but early indicators suggest worldwide consumption could push the total audience even higher. Almost immediately after Bad Bunny was announced as the headliner for 2026 halftime show, conservative commentators erupted. MAGA-aligned voices labeled the choice un-American. Some questioned why the NFL would spotlight a performer known primarily for Spanish-language music. The irony? Bad Bunny, born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, is an American citizen. Puerto Rico has been a United States territory since 1898. Its residents are U.S. citizens by birth. And contrary to viral claims online, the United States does not have an official national language. Still, that didn't slow the outrage. Critics speculated he would perform in Spanish. Others insisted a Super Bowl halftime show should be fully English. The culture war was on before the stage was even built. In response, conservative organization Turning Point USA, founded by MAGA influencer Charlie Kirk, launched its own counter-programming effort. They billed it as the All-American Halftime Show. Headlined by Kid Rock, the event was originally intended to stream live on Elon Musk's social networking site X. But due to licensing complications, organizers pivoted at the last minute to YouTube. U.S. President Donald Trump publicly backed the alternative broadcast. For many on the right, it wasn't just about music, it was about symbolism. The Super Bowl stage had become a cultural battleground, and despite criticism, Bad Bunny's show leaned heavily into themes of pride, identity, and belonging. The musician blended reggaeton, Latin trap, and crossover hits with imagery celebrating Puerto Rican culture, but also American citizenship. The messaging wasn't anti-American. If anything, it highlighted the diversity within American identity. Backup dancers waved flags, visuals showcased cultural fusion, lyrics emphasized resilience and ambition, themes that resonate well beyond language barriers. Yet, critics, including Trump, argued that many viewers couldn't understand a word of the performance. Trump weighed in forcefully on Truth Social. He called the halftime show absolutely terrible, saying it made no sense and that it was an affront to the greatness of America. He claimed nobody understood a word of the performance, criticized the dancing as inappropriate, and accused media outlets of praising it out of touch with what he called the real world. He He even pivoted to criticizing the NFL's kickoff rule. The post was lengthy, fiery, and unmistakably political, but it also amplified the show further, keeping Bad Bunny trending across platforms well into the week. The Super Bowl halftime stage has long been a lightning rod, from Beyoncé's politically charged 2016 performance to Colin Kaepernick's kneeling controversy reshaping the NFL's cultural standing to Rihanna's headline-grabbing pregnancy reveal. Halftime shows increasingly sit at the intersection of entertainment and identity politics. Jay-Z's Roc Nation partnership with the NFL was itself born out of the league's effort to repair image issues around race and protest. In that context, choosing Bad Bunny wasn't random. It was strategic. The NFL knows its audience is increasingly diverse. Latino viewership is one of the fastest-growing segments of football fandom, and the numbers show the gamble paid off.